We take the green flag with Daniel Simmons getting a great restart. He's going to be able to get ahead of the 97. The 97 now side by side with the 46 going into turn 1, looking like Bryson Hixenbaugh taking it 3 wide, possibly off of turn 2. No, but he's side by side with the 97. It looks like going down the back straightaway.
As we're still side by side here for a second, we got Chad on the bottom, Terry and the 46 up on the outside. Who's that rim riding? Is that your points leader, Bryson Hixenbaugh? He's trying to challenge Chad here for second, or for third, actually.
Unbelievable stuff we're watching right now out of the 63. We haven't seen anybody that high or in that race lane. He's above the top seam right now going through 1 and 2. He's getting such a good run going down the back straightaway. It's unmatched. Nobody can beat him down the straightaways at the moment. And the 63 still rim riding on the top wall in through 3 and 4.
Hixenbaugh straight to the top on the outside. Can he make it happen on the outside? He's going to get a lot of momentum, a great run down the back. He's going to pull right to the bumper of Simmons. Does he go back to the top to Simmons' defend, or does he let him have it? He goes back to the top into turn 3. We got a side-by-side battle for the lead now. Hixenbaugh versus Simmons.
Off of turn 4 now, Hixenbaugh with that unarguable massive amount of speed. He leads this lap of lap 5. Going into turn 1 now, the 63, your new leader.
Here, as now Collier's all over the back of Freer, giving him a whole lot of time. Oh, as Freer's in the wall going into 3, he's going to lose that spot to Collier. He saves it off of 4. Great wheel work there out of Freer. Oh, as they both make contact again. Freer is all out of shape here coming across the tri-oval.
I think that what the 97 is doing right here, right now, is just unprecedented. Nobody is running that bottom lane like he is, and he's catching the leader who's right next to the wall. You know, look, he's the lowest car out of everybody going through 1 and 2 right now, and he is gaining time on the leader. That is just unprecedented right now. I like to go on board with our Dega Boys camera for a lap with the 97 car as he tries to get side by side with this 63. Oh, has he got the clutch in? He does! He's holding the clutch in. He's saving fuel already on lap 19. He's got something in mind.
We're just seeing some fantastic racing. He's side by side now with Hixenbaugh. Hixenbaugh should be able to get a good enough run off the corner to maintain.
Oh, he makes contact with the wall! Big news
wild.
here. Now they're side by side. They're going into turn 1. The 97 takes the lead. Absolutely. Look at that. The 63 car on the rear bumper of the 97. The 97 going into turn 3 now. He's electing to run his normal line. So does the 63. The 63, we know, is going to get a great run down the front straightaway. And he is going to get side by side with him. Going across the start-finish line now. The 97 leads that lap. But going into turn 1, the 63 is going to have a little bit of an advantage.
Bryson Hixenbaugh on the outside, proving why he's the points leader, going back at Chad. He wants to lead back here on lap 31, and he's going to clear him down the back. New leader, Bryson Hixenbaugh.
Look at the call you made. Absolutely. Rob Collier coming down first.
I knew it was coming. Here he comes, lap 41. Now, this might play into the hand of him if the leaders do not decide to come, but I think that they will probably follow him down pit lane, as you see Terry Freer behind him also on pit lane, both deciding to short pit the leaders.
All right, well, we will monitor that situation as we go back to Bryson. He's coming down to pit road as well. Chad Guennigsman, he is going to take control of this race. We saw him pushing in the clutch. He's going to go far. He's pushing in the clutch again. You can hear it right there. So the 97 had fuel on his mind.
Yeah, this is a big moment of the race right here for Chad and for Tim. Tim's going to try and stretch this out as long as he can. Pray for a caution to get his lap back.
Oh, the 97's going around. He might as well come to pit road. Come to pit road. What an absolute golden horseshoe this guy had. He goes and spins out right in front of pit lane, and now he's going down pit lane. It works out.
Looks like Chad's going to just drive it in deep on the bottom. He's got a little bit fresher tires. He's going to take it side by side down the back. Looks like Chad is going to clear him going into 3 here, move him up to P2.
Chad was 5/10 quicker than Rob that last time by. Well, how about we go on board with this 97 car and see the type of line he takes, what his throttle inputs look like for you, the Dega Boys camera. There you go. He is pushing in the clutch. He already has the long run in mind. I think Chad has the strategy to beat right now. He's pushing in the clutch, and he's half a second quicker than the leader. Well, he's on the bottom right now. Looks like he's going to go into the pits. He does. Your leader's in the pits right now. This is huge news. This is what Chad wants. Chad is trying to make this a two-stop strategy. I believe everybody else planning for a three-stopper. Here comes the 63 right now. You can see him behind the 97. Bryson, he's going to try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's going to do it without any competition. The 97, obviously, we know, saving a little bit of fuel. He's got way older tires than him. The 97 on a completely different strategy than the 63 right now. Pit stop. It looks like he's going in right now. Yep, the 97 on pit road right now with Hicksonbaugh only 15 seconds behind him.
Yep, there it is. That'll split it into 3 even segments here for Chad, as Bryson had that cut down under 15 seconds, so he's definitely going to have probably a 29 second lead. It's going to be close to being on the lead lap here for Chad, but fresh tires, he's going to be flying.
But now the race is on. The 97, he stays on the lead lap, only 27.5 seconds behind. If you remember from our last round, when Bryson came back out on track, he was a lap down. So Chad already coming out with a better run than the 63 had, or an easier run than the 63 had. And now, not only that, but Chad is going to have so much faster of a lap time because of those new tires.
This is interesting. How long does Bryson take this? I mean, like you said, maybe just stick with your original strategy, and maybe with those fresher tires later in the run, maybe you can run him back down. As we say that, here comes Bryson Hicksonbaugh for his final pit stop here on lap 102.
So now, he is leaving pit road right now as the 97 comes off at turn 4, crossing the start-finish line now. But the 63 has 25 seconds to overcome in 30 laps. Can he do it? Hicksonbaugh cutting down that that gap down to 22.5 seconds now. We're going to see that for a little bit. You know, Chad's running 31.6s and Bryson's running 30.1s. So we'll see how long that holds up for.
That's what I was concerned about, was he was going to still have to save some fuel. He's been having to save fuel every run. I mean, he went for straight long shot strategy here, getting away from the preferred strategy. It looks like was the 3-stopper. He's going to have to pick up his pace. I just don't think he's going to be able to hold on for this win if he doesn't.
This is turning out to be some big news coming out of the 63 camp, with the 63 camp having the preferred pit stop strategy. But the 97 is coming out here, and he is proving everybody wrong. Right now, this is a strategy call of the century for this 97 car. Just coming out, dedicated to a plan, sticking to it, and it is working out for him right now.
I mean, from lap 1 of this race, he had it planned out, saving fuel, as we mentioned. We didn't notice till lap 19, but I'm sure he was doing it the whole race, as we got 7 laps to go at the line this time, and it's 8 seconds. I don't think Bryson's going to get there. Does he have enough fuel to make it back around? Here he comes, taking the white flag. This is the final lap of the race, brought to you by the Dega Boys. Chad Guennigsman down into turn 1 for the final time. It doesn't look like he's going to falter. He's coming down the back. He could probably coast from here if he wanted to. What a strategy out of this 97 car. Fine as Sharpie fine point here through turns 3, turns 4, coming to play the fuel strategy game perfectly out of turn 4 for the final time. Chad Guennigsman will take the dub here at Chicago. First win of the season in the Rewind Series.
Hey, Chad, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
Chad, unbelievable what you just did. Jay and I, we were talking about it the whole race, the type of strategy that you put into this race. We didn't think you were going to be able to pull it off there at the end until, 15 laps to go when you started leveling off with Bryson on lap times. I mean, just absolutely unbelievable pit stop strategy you had. You got to tell us about, the strategy you had, what was going through your head, not only in the first run, but in the second and third run as well, trying to hold off Bryson, trying to stick to that strategy. And I know this is a loaded question, but I think you can answer it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was definitely an interesting race. I think the way it started, I knew that if you didn't save, you could kind of go 40 to 41, I'd say pretty comfortably, maybe even 42. And being that it was a 134 lap race, I knew that if you go 2 extra to at least 44, 45, that you could probably 2-stop it. So I think that first run, I was saving and I was still reeling Bryson in there a little bit. I think I reeled him in and he let me by at one point, and then I was still saving. I don't know if he was saving too at the point he left me by or not, but I just kept saving and let him back by when he looked like he picked up the pace a little bit. And then basically, I think had I 3-stopped like everybody else, I think it definitely would have been close to me and Bryson, but I felt like I had a really good car as far as I know. I think it might have been the best, but I just know on the timesheet, doing the math after that first run where fall off was, that 2-stop would be a lot quicker. And even coming on pit road, I think the first time I drifted, I thought I was going to bring out the caution. I was so sideways. And then second one, I took it really conservative. I mean, I felt pretty good after that first run, that saving and with the amount of fall off that there was. And then you kind of plateaued. That just kind of the time would work out to that be the dominant strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I can agree. I think the performance that you put on, even trying to save fuel, you were pulling faster lap times than Bryson, than Daniel, than Rob. I mean, your car was just on absolute rails tonight. Whatever you did to that setup was, you hit it to the T. There was nothing stopping that 97 winning this race tonight. Jay, do you have any questions for him?
Just what a performance. I'm still in shock. Did you ever think about bailing on the 2-stop there? Or were you just full committed? We didn't notice you saved gas until lap 19, but it sounds like you were saving the whole race.
Yeah, I guess where I think it helped me to save more was, I noticed that you could kind of clutch with how little drag these cars have. You didn't really lose speed. Once you revved out so high, you kind of lost all acceleration of the straightaways, and then clutching, you could really just clutch and go the same speed you would being full throttle here, and then I'd kind of just back it up maybe 100 feet earlier, clutching from where I just let off normally. So then it just it rolled to the center a lot better, just with the rear axle just have more freedom. And then, the only time I thought about bailing was, I think that first run, like I said, you needed to go, if you went 44 3 times, you're going to be 1 lap short. And that first run, I only made it 44. So the only time I really thought about bailing was the middle of that second run, if I couldn't go at least 45. And I think those last 2 runs, I went 45 and 45, maybe even 46, one of them. So, really, that was a strategy that I pretty much decided on, I'd say 15 or 20 lap. I kind of thought about before the race, but decided on that I was going to do it on lap 15 or 20 or so. And then from there, it was pretty much commit to it. And worst case, if there's a caution, I think the farthest I dropped back doing that strategy was 4th, maybe, just with the low car count tonight, which was kind of a shame. But yeah, just kind of felt like that was the way to go, and it ended up working out with the way no cautions felt the wrong times, and then going green to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a stellar performance, putting this 97 car back in victory lane in that iconic Sharpie paint scheme that you have. I assume you're a fellow Kurt Busch fan.
Yep, definitely. That was my
Woo! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about.
Good to be able to rep the 97 in a car true to that time.
Heck yeah, man. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Chad Guennigsman, your P1 finisher for tonight. Chad, do you have anybody to thank?
Just want to thank you guys and thank Steam for putting on the league.
Absolutely. It is our pleasure, Chad. We love coming out here and broadcasting any league that Steven puts on and any race that you're in, and we truly appreciate you coming out and giving us something to talk about. We sure, yeah, absolutely. We sure to hope to see you in the next one.
Yep, definitely be around.
All right.